hello, how are you? My name is Anna Tenbenzel. Welcome back to my channel. We are going through as many LeetCode problems as we physically possibly can in a year, and you guys have jumped in on this journey. So let's jump into problem number 93, restore IP addresses. I started reading through this question, and I realized I actually did something eerily similar before, but haven't read the full thing, so I don't know if I want to take that same sort of approach. So let's go ahead and jump in, and today's solution, by the way, is going to be in Python. So a valid IP address consists of exactly 4 integers separated by single dots. Each integer is between 0 and 255 inclusive and cannot have leading zeros. For example, 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.201. And the following are valid IP addresses, but 0.011, etc. Are invalid IPs. Given a string S, containing only digits, return all possible valid IP addresses that can be formed by inserting dots into S. You are not allowed to reorder or remove any digits in S. You may return the valid IP addresses in any order. So they give us these 3 examples here, and it's 255, 255, 111, 35, and we split it into 2 ways. The biggest change being these last 5 digits. Same thing goes with the zeros, and here we have 10, 1023, so it could be 10, 10, 23, 10, 102, 10, 1, 0, 23, 10, 10, 2, 3, 101, 0, 2, 3. And then these are the constraints. Now, I didn't read through the constraints and the examples when I started. So, in previous, when I have done a very similar question, not through LeetCode, I used a backtracking algorithm, and even reading through it the first time, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do, just because it's probably the path of least resistance to generate all the valid IP addresses. So, yeah. We'd take 2 pointers, start and path. So I've done this kind of pattern before, but let's just go through this question one more time. Let's just go through this question one more time, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So, a valid IP address consists of exactly 4 integers separated by single dots. Each integer is between 0 and 255 inclusive and cannot have leading zeros. They give us the examples here. These are not valid. Given a string S containing only digits, return all possible valid IP addresses that can be formed by inserting dots into S. You are not allowed to reorder or remove any digits in S. You may return the valid IP addresses in any order. Okay. So, like I said before, I don't think I've submitted, or maybe I didn't say this. Haven't submitted anything for this yet. So let's jump in here. I just reading through that second time, I do think backtracking is going to be how we can do this correctly. So, yeah. So we know when we're looking at these IP addresses, there are 4 sections to this. There's section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. So I want to define backtrack right away with start and path. Now, I'm going to say if the length of path is 4, which is going to indicate that there are 4 digits, then we can append that result. So I'm going to say if length of path is equal to 4. So if start length is S, then we results append join to the path. Okay. And then we will just return. So we're trying then to find all possible combinations of basically dividing the input string into 4 segments. So those we'll have to check to see if there is a valid number between 0 and 255 without leading zeros. So let's say for step in range 1 to 4, those were segments. So if start plus step is less than or equal to the length of s, then we break it down into that. So if start plus step is or equal to the length of s, then we're going to say the segment is equal to s start plus step. And then from here we have if 0 is less than or equal to the integer of the segment, which has to be less than or equal to 255, as I was saying before, and segment, actually this needs to be in segment, is equal to 0, or segment 0. What should I say? Wait. I have to close that bracket. Then backtrack, start plus step, path plus segment. Okay. So we basically just in that area made sure that there's a valid number between 0 and 255. We also need to check the length of s to make sure it's possible. So let's do that too. So let's say result here and say if length s is greater than or equal to 4 and length s is less than or equal to 12, that will check the length of s to make sure that is possible. And then we will return this back track here and then return. I guess I could have done this in a better order, but again, I've done something similar in the past. I'm trying to remember that pattern. So we're just essentially using a recursive backtracking function here for those combinations and validating them. And then we are just putting a result of that input string s. So let's let's go ahead and submit it. Or no. Run it. Jeez. Wrong word. Okay, wrong answer on this test case. So somewhere my math is maybe a little wrong. Segment. Should I put this in like this? Right? Because of the zeros that I'm getting? Let's run that. No, that's still wrong. Start plus step, path segment, or segment 0 is 0. We set it to 4. The length is S. Start. I'm trying to see, I'm not entirely sure what I missed. So I'm having these leading 0 problems, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting that. Let's take a bigger look at this. What if... that wouldn't work. What if I just put this... That should remove the leading zeros. Just based on what I'm seeing. Let's try it. Okay, so that did it. Oops. All right, well, let's run it or submit it. Oh my God, I'm getting these confused today. This is my first one of the day, you guys. This is... Bear with me. Okay, that did not good at all. Okay, took 12 minutes to do with reading through the question twice. We only beat 44% of users with Python in runtime, and 14% of users who use Python in memory. And in my memory, you guys should fork and clone this repo to make this solution better. I don't think you'll be able to make it worse, but have some fun, learn something new. I'm going to put this code in that repo. Definitely think I could have taken a different approach now that I think about it, but the backtrack solution was just like a pattern I remembered. So definitely need to, I'm still trying to break out of that habit of like going with like, oh, what I know versus like intuition versus really taking the time to think about it and diagnose what I need to be doing. So life is just a learning curve, all right? That's all it is. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.